Welcome back to Tales from the Empty Nest. She's Mama.
He's Big Boy.
We're just a couple of empty nesters that like to talk about marriage, sex, travel, food, drink, and empty nesting type stuff. This is episode 5. We missed last week because we were on a trip. We went up to Columbus, Ohio to watch football, and then we went over to Boston for a few days. Let's talk about that Boston trip while we're on the subject. The Columbus trip we'll probably skip.
Yeah.
Columbus was actually pretty nice, though.
Yes. Columbus, I've never been to Ohio, so I was impressed. I mean, it was pretty nice.
Yeah, the part of Columbus we stayed in was really nice. We stayed in Easton, like northeast of downtown. It looks like a newer area, but it had a nice little village, lots of restaurants, lots of shopping, and it was really easy to get back down to downtown and all that stuff. So yeah, I think we stayed in a great place.
Yeah.
And then we went over by campus and spent some time over near campus, which was nice. And then we did the German Village, which was also pretty cool, although we didn't stay down there very long.
Yeah.
But it was kind of neat. Like, it was funny. Mama put in German Village because in her GPS because she thought German Village was a place.
Well, yeah, I thought it was like a place you could just walk around, like it was like a street, and you just kind of like park somewhere, and then you walk down the street, and there's like German shops and foods, and I don't know if you've ever been to people who live in Texas. If you've been to Fredericksburg on Main Street, that's how I thought German Village was set up, like some shops and eateries and things like that. So.
But that's not how it was set up.
No, it wasn't.
We took a left off of a road, and it goes, "You're at your destination," and we're just in the middle of a road.
It's a house.
With some houses. But it was cool down there. We did find a very popular place to eat, Schmidt's, which was one of the recommendations we got from one of the folks at the bar the first day we were there. And it was pretty good. It was packed. It was a lot. There was a lot of people. It was crammed in there. But the food was good, authentic German food, I thought. They had good beers in there. So, yeah, that was the trip. We lost the football game, obviously.
Yeah, we won't talk on that too much.
Yeah, so we'll just skip. That was. We had a great time in Columbus. The people were great. The Ohio State fans have a bad rap for being not good to visiting people, and really, I didn't get that vibe.
We got invited to a tailgate.
We got invited to 2 tailgates. Yep. And everybody we talked to, was really cool. I think over the course of 3 days, we had 3 incidents.
Yeah.
2 of them were from kids.
Most of them kids.
Yeah,
well,
and one of them was mostly
adults.
My fault inside the game. So,
yeah.
And in that one, we shook hands like 2 minutes later, and I apologized to him. He apologized to me, and we were all good the rest of the game. So
the fact that we got invited to these 2 tailgates was pretty cool. It was like, you really want Texas fans hanging out at your Ohio State tailgate? And we actually went to one of them because, we needed somewhere to kind of chill out and hang, and so we didn't really know where to go, and so that was kind of nice. And we, offered to donate some money to their tailgate, and they wouldn't have it. Nope,
wouldn't have it. I got one of them's number. If they come to Austin next year for the return match, he's gonna
we'll pay it forward.
We'll
give them a good time.
I don't know what they've done since 2005, the last time Texas was up there, because I've heard nothing but nightmare horror stories from Texas fans that went up there. But whatever they've done, they fixed it. We had a great time, other than the game. Yeah. Stadium's cool. It was very loud. I think it was 1,000,000 times louder than the Big House in Michigan, to me.
I agree.
It's old. It doesn't look as cool to me as the Big House.
Right.
But just atmosphere-wise, I thought it was more, more loud anyway. But anyway, we flew out Sunday morning. We go to Boston.
Yeah.
Talk to us. You kind of run us down on the Boston trip,
Well,
Mama.
I will say that's the first time we've done a trip inside a trip. And so it was, hindsight, that was pretty exhausting.
It was a lot, yeah. We were gone for 6 days, and we got home and just crashed.
Oh, man. I don't even think we had the energy to do Boston right. I felt like we were missing a little bit of our normal Boston vibe. I don't know if you felt that. But we still had fun. We stayed a little closer to the North End and all that, which is our favorite area to go to. And I think the problem is we really didn't have a plan, so we were kind of just, I don't know, what do you want to do?
Yeah, we just kind of winged it.
What do you want to do?
But we did go to a lot of places that we either have been to and like to go back to.
Yes, revisited.
We went to some places that we hadn't been to before because we just hadn't had a chance. We actually took a day and went out to Salem, which is something that we were both kind of interested in. Turned out to not be really our jam, but
so I mean, it's like you want to go. They say the best time to go is around Halloween, but shit, if you go, it's like
crowded,
tons of people. So it's like, well, why would I want to go there when I'm like shoulder to shoulder with people or having to fight people for stuff? And for us, we're not big Halloween people, big dress up people, anything like that. But if that's like your vibe and you like scary houses and, you know, haunted houses or whatever, that's probably
could be a
in
thing
your
for
wheelhouse.
You. It could be a thing
for
you.
us. It was pretty gimmicky.
Yeah, it was very touristy.
Yeah, nickel and dime you for stupid little things like.
Well, I mean, it took us. We had to get on a train to go up there, and it wasn't bad. It took us, I don't know, what, 25, 30 minutes to train up there.
Minutes,
yeah. And the train station's not far from, you know, kind of the little downtown area, the little village area there in Salem. Really, it's not a very big place at all, I don't think, like geographically. But we decided, hey, let's do this trolley thing that takes you to, you know, all the historical spots in Salem. And so we did that, and man, I thought the witch part of it was maybe. I feel like we were on there for
it was
at least an hour, yeah. And I think maybe 10 or 15 minutes of it was actual stuff about the Salem witch trials.
I really wanted to hear more about that.
And maybe there's just not a lot of history about it. Maybe that's it. But they talked about the city. It wasn't terrible. It just again wasn't exactly what we were looking for.
If you want to hit all the popular little areas, it's a quick way to do that. And then that way, once you're done with that little trolley ride, you can go back and visit maybe some of those places that interested you.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was very pretty up there, like absolutely gorgeous up there. Yeah. I would like to go up there maybe when the leaves start changing. We always talk about that, like wanting to go to Boston and Maine when the leaves are changing. It just seems like it's more towards the end of September, beginning of October is when that really starts to break out there. But yeah, we did that, and then the next day we kind of did a. If you follow us on TikTok, which if you're listening to this, you probably do. We said we were going to go do a one last ultra feast where we basically just were going to eat and drink. And we ended up not eating that much, honestly, but we drank a lot.
We struggled.
And then we subwayed over to Fenway and watched a really good Red Sox game.
Man, it was a good game. It was the best one I've been to. Yeah. That one was a good game. Lots of home runs, lots of scoring, and a close game.
Yeah,
which made it so much fun.
You know, Boston got behind about midway, pretty good behind about midway. You know, maybe the beginning, final thirds of the game, and then came back. So that was kind of fun to be there and see that. And I have no doubt. I told Mama, I said, man, it would be really cool to be here in October during a playoff game because I feel like that place. Yeah, there's just like
it's already crazy.
Yeah, different electricity about Fenway Park when things are going good.
They love
for sure.
their Red Sox.
They absolutely love the Red Sox. What else, Mom?
Tell them about our little rooftop on, was it called Seaport?
Yeah, so we were over. So Seaport District is like a pretty new developed area,
and that's where we used to stay.
Yeah,
and there used to be nothing really down there.
There's a few restaurants on the water, but not a lot.
Kind of lame, and in
my
opinion,
I don't know if it was lame. It was still they were still developing it. Yeah,
that's fair.
It used to be literally a seaport. Like that's where they did they brought all the stuff in and packaged it and sent it places. But anyway,
so unknown to us, it's now become.
It's kind of like a younger scene now.
We didn't know that.
Yeah, so we were eating at the Barking Crab, which is kind of right there on the water in the Seaport District. Really cool spot, good food, good drinks. I mean, I guess for Boston, decent prices. I mean, everything there, if you're eating seafood, is going to be expensive. So anyway, we get done eating, and Mama goes, she's looking for stuff to do, like right there in the area, because we're like, we can walk back across. Yeah. Let's see what's over here before we go back. And she's like, oh, there's a rooftop lounge or something right here. And so I'm like, all right, we'll go over there.
And it was a Tuesday night? No, Monday night or something.
It was Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, man, this is not going to be, it's a Tuesday night. Whatever. There's not going to be many
people.
Well,
we had no idea like anything about it. It was like a rooftop lounge on top of a hotel. So anyway, we go into the lobby of this hotel. We get in the We get in the elevator. It takes forever for the elevator to come down. We finally get in there, and as soon as the doors are about to shut, this young lady comes on, and
she is dressed nice.
Yeah, she's dressed like she's ready to try to find her a man.
And I'm wearing like leggings and tennis shoes.
I got like shorts and a freaking button-up shirt on.
Sporty walk around the city type of attire. And I was like, oh no.
It still didn't dawn on us until as we start to get closer to the top, you can start to hear the music. And Mama like cuts her eyes at me and she goes, and I didn't even really realize, I was so tired because we had spent all day in Salem. Like I was kind of wore out. Anyway, the door opens. And you can, and then I hear it. And it was so loud. There's no way
you over.
No way you could hear a conversation in that stuff. But then some kids got off the floor and came onto the elevator.
We never got out of the elevator.
She goes, "You don't want to do this, right?" And I'm like, "Nope." And then they start. They're like, "Oh, so did you guys have fun?"
Yeah, was it fun?
We're like, we didn't even get off the elevator.
We never left the elevator. It's not our scene.
But that's good. We're aware that we're self-aware. We know what we like, we know what we don't like, and that was something that we just knew we weren't going to like. So, but anyway, we had I feel like we had a great time in Boston. I thought the weather was really good.
Oh man, the weather was gorgeous.
It was in coolest.
Both Columbus, well, other than the football game, Columbus and Boston, the weather was beautiful.
Yeah, it was 70s.
Yeah,
mid to low 70s.
It was kind of a layering kind of thing, so it's hard to pack for, but you bring like a hoodie or a zip up, and then you can shed it and wear your tank top during the day because that sun comes out and it's pretty warm. But man, it was beautiful.
But anyway, I thought we had a great time. We met some really cool people just at the different spots and had different cool conversations with people. And
we're not big socializers, which is weird because like when we go to cities, we don't know people.
I think
we really like to chit chat. Yeah, we like to sit and drink and get to know the people around us.
Yeah. So that's that was kind of the trip, but I thought it was fun.
It was fun,
and I think next time we'll try to maybe do like a day at Martha's Vineyard or a day out to Cape Cod or something like that.
Yeah.
So that'll kind of be like we've done all the historical stuff,
right.
So it's we pretty much know it by heart. So there's not a lot of point in us going and doing that, but so yeah, man, I think that's a wrap on Boston, Columbus. Our next big trip, I guess. Well, our next trip will be over to Dallas for the Red River Shootout. Then we'll go
skip and a jump away.
Yeah,
for
it's
us.
not too far. And then we'll go down to Austin for Arkansas and Texas A&M, and then in December we're going to Mexico. So I'm excited about that one.
And if you didn't know this, and this is your first episode to watch, we're huge Texas Longhorn fans, which is why we like to discuss that because that's a lot of what we have in common.
Well, it's what we do in the fall, and it's what we do in the spring with baseball. It's some of what we do, but a lot of our trips are around sports. So yeah. I guess this is a good segue into kind of what we like to do versus what we don't like to do from a travel perspective. Because I think the last time we did an episode, you were kind of asking people for recommendations. If you've got something to do in Boston, let us know. Because we talked about how we were going on this trip. By the way, folks, if you ever have a recommendation for us or a topic you'd like us to discuss or just a question, go to our website, talesfromemptynest.com. If you follow us on TikTok and you're listening, you can just go into our profile. The link's right there. There's actually a contact form right there on the website. You can send it to us. I'm not going to put you on any kind of mailing list or anything crazy like that. It's just the easiest way for people to contact us and ask us questions. So make sure you go ahead and do that. But I think you said, hey, let's talk about what we like to do for travel, what we don't like to do for travel. And I think it's pretty obvious. We obviously travel for sports. We really enjoy that. We like to go to games. Even when we're going places not for sports necessarily, we always try to find a game. Like we plan Boston trips around, are the Boston Red Sox going to be there?
Who's going to be there?
Yeah, and who they're playing.
Or it's a home game. Yeah.
So obviously we like that, but I think the other thing we really enjoy that we haven't really talked a lot about, we love going to the beach. We've been to Cancun a couple times. We've been to Jamaica. We've done all the Texas beaches. We have not together been to Florida, which I would like to go do that sometime. The problem with Florida is beautiful, but by the time you spend all the money to get there and pay for your place, you could go to Mexico or Jamaica and not have to worry about anything.
I know.
And that's my only deal with Florida. But we've kicked around the idea of trying to figure out how to get a condo over on that part of the Gulf Coast because I love the water. It's beautiful. So yeah, we're very much beach people. I think probably what we're not, kind of like outdoorsy.
I was gonna say, people are like, "Oh, you go check out this this state park and there's hiking," and I'm like, "Do they serve alcohol along the way, or food, or is there TV?" Like,
yeah,
that's just not what we enjoy to do.
To defend my manhood, I think I would enjoy that, but I know you would be completely miserable,
Oh, yeah.
and I don't. It's not that I'm so in love with going to do stuff like that I feel like I'm missing out.
I mean, I'm an active person. I work out. I love to go on walks. We do our walks, when we can outside. I'm just not. I feel like I'd rather. My time is very important to me, and that's not what I want to spend my time on. That's just my opinion.
However, you have said that you would like to go to the Pacific Northwest because it's a different type of area, and you think it would be beautiful and all that stuff. So I think maybe you're open to it.
To explore certain types beautiful scenery type things. Yes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And we had good time when we went to Virginia that time when we went out to that state park or national park or whatever. There was some pretty
and we did that with kids. So
yeah, I mean, but I think if we have to pick, we're more of a, hey, let's go find a beach.
Sit and chill.
Let's sit and chill and have people bring us drinks and bring us food and, do whatever the hell we want.
Work on my tan.
People watching at the beach is some of the best.
We love to people watch.
We love people watching anywhere. People watching at the beach is some of the best
type
stories
of people
about people. Yeah. Like I don't know. We'll see a couple and we'll be like, how did they meet? Like, how did this work out? And I'm sure, and we are one. I am 100% aware that I am not the beautiful one in our relationship.
Oh, shut up.
And people probably are like, how
people
the hell?
might be talking about us and making up
That's
stories.
what I'm saying. I think people probably look at us and go, how the hell did that dude get her?
Oh, shut up.
That's true. I'm just keeping it real. I'm self-aware. I understand. So yeah, I think for us, that's kind of our travel vibe is like, we want to, and again, the other thing you said you wanted to do was maybe Yellowstone.
Yes.
And you said you might do an Alaskan cruise.
Oh yeah. That one has been,
which that's kind of outdoorsy. I mean, you're not doing much.
So if that's what our trip is for, and I have in the mindset that's what we're going for, that's fine. But if somebody said, while you're in Boston, go check out this hiking trail or go do this, I'm like, you mean like
the Freedom Trail?
Yeah, well, I did do the Freedom.
Man,
you were making me look real bad.
I'm not making you look bad. I'm just no. I get what you're saying.
I guess if I have my mind wrapped around that's what we're going to do, which we did know we were going to do the Freedom Trail. Like I can.
That's fair.
Yeah, but it's not like, hey, if you're looking for something to do, you don't have anything to do, go check out this outdoorsy thing, go hike somewhere.
I think what is 100% fair is you're not like a river girl, you're not a lake girl.
No.
If you're going to be in water, it's either a pool.
I gotta see in the water.
Yeah,
that's I do not know what's under the water. If I'm in a lake or a river, not a fan.
Which some rivers are pretty clear and nice, but I get what you're saying. So yeah, that's us and that's travel, and we'll keep you guys up to date with what we've got going on. As soon as we start to get ready for Mexico, we'll talk a lot about that because it'll be funny. It's funny. She will pack 9,000 bags for like some trips, but then last year when we went to Mexico, I convinced her to like, let's try carry-on.
Just a carry-on.
And we did it.
First time in my life I have ever packed just a carry-on and never checked a baggage for a trip.
Yeah, and it worked out great. I mean, I think
all I had to do was bathing suits, pretty much.
Yeah, bathing suits, cover-ups, maybe a couple dresses or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think beach trips you can pack light and still, get all your necessities packed. And I think that's a big deal for a lady because you guys had to pack a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of it on travel for us. One of the topics I wanted to talk about, and I forgot why, because it's been so long since we've sat down and done this. We missed last week, obviously. I wanted to talk about like the evolution of attraction and like how that changes over time. And I think I remember what it was. Mama is always making comments about how she doesn't feel like she's attractive, how she feels like she looks old, just crazy stuff, right? You guys have seen Mama. She's not old. She's not unattractive. So it made me think like, it made me kind of like examine why I feel like what do I find attractive? And and it just started making me think that I used to always feel like that about women. And it's an interesting topic to me because I think when you're a young man, and I want to hear your perspective too, Mama, but
it's making me have to think.
But when you're a young man, you're kind of programmed to find young women attractive, right? Because you're a young man. Like you see a young woman, she's got nice boobs, she's got a nice rear end, she's in shape because she's a dancer or a cheerleader or whatever the case may be. That's kind of what I think most boys, and probably not all boys, certainly not all boys, but I think that's what most boys kind of find attractive is the younger women. And I think most women feel like men always find that attractive. And I wouldn't say it. So like if I saw a 22-year-old girl and she was attractive, I would go, yeah, she's attractive. But I think the older I've gotten, I find older women more attractive.
Okay.
So, and I'm being like,
not all older men think that. Everybody's different.
That's probably
they're
fair.
attracted to, and we're each wired and geared different. It's how do you maintain that attraction through a marriage, if you want to get deep. But
well, yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The evolution of attraction is, I just looked at somebody and go, yeah, you look good. And I found my type was a tall man, bigger in stature. Like, I don't like skinny, teeny little guys. They got to be taller and kind of
no offense to all the teeny skinny guys,
because there are women who do, and so everybody's different. And I was a short little petite. I don't know how to describe myself, but that may not be attractive to other people.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I was attracted. You were attracted to me, so
right. I think
spit that out.
I think if I really like audit myself and examine myself, even from a younger age, though, I thought older women.
Oh, you're getting back to the older women thing. Okay.
I think I've always just thought that a very, a good-looking older woman to me is hotter than like a good-looking younger woman.
I hope the older I get, the more attractive I become to you.
What did you say? What did you say the other day in the pool? The older the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Yeah, well, I messed it up, but that's what it was supposed to be, or something.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. There's a TikTok about it. Go find it. It's funny. But what about you? Like, do you think? Because there's a lot of women that find older men attractive. And,
yes,
and you've talked
they're distinguished.
About that
before. I have not been a woman that has, where they call like what's it called when they're older and date younger men.
Oh, like a cougar or something like that?
I don't know. I've never been one of those. I don't find young men. I can go, that's an attractive young man, but I'm not like.
You're not like into it.
Oh my God. But the older, more seasoned men, I agree that they're more attractive. Like Kevin Costner's freaking hot. Like, just looks good. Takes care of himself.
The guy at T-Man that we always see.
The silver fox.
Yeah.
Yeah. He likes his margaritas. He comes and sits by himself, and he just looks like he's just put together. And yeah, he's pretty attractive.
Yeah, so that's what I'm up against, guys. I'm up against these older, seasoned, put together guys. But
you hear a lot about older women being really attracted to younger men. It's just everybody's different in what you like and what you don't like.
No, I agree. I just I thought it would be interesting for us to kind of dive into it and talk about
what we like.
Yeah. Because I think we both like either people our age or maybe even older. I think we find those types of people attractive. So.
Yeah,
fair enough. That's all good. A big topic that I'm switching gears on y'all really fast, but on TikTok at least on my For You when I'm scrolling, which I don't do it a whole lot. I've been seeing a whole lot about girls' night out. And it's become like and this girl, I don't know how long she's been talking about girls' night out, but I saw her talk about a video and it's like blown up. And she's done a bunch of videos since then. Well, and she's basically like, girls' night will ruin your marriage. And she is like 100% against girls' night. She's like, the only reason girls do that, if you'll notice, they get all dressed up, they get in packs, they go to bars where there's a lot of single men and they want attention. What are your thoughts on that? Because I know you haven't done those in a while, but you
want to
used
know why? You want to get deep down into it?
Let's do it. Let's get honestly or brutally honest about it.
So I used to thrive on that. I mean, one. Okay, so let's go way back. One, we used to do guys' night. I used to do girls' night because it was hard for us to find somebody to watch the kids for us both to go together. So I was like, well, in order to kind of get some separation from just a break, I want to say, just a break from the kids.
No, I get it.
Like, okay, you watch the kids, I'll go have dinner with a friend, or I'll go out with some friends, vice versa. And so, of course, we've already talked about how that contributed to some issues. But anyway, fast forward to when we could go out together. We were already kind of in a broken relationship, and I wasn't getting attention from you, and we already dived into issues as far as that goes from both of us in our marriage, but I wasn't getting the attention I needed. And so, hell, let's all dress up. Let's go out. And we're not, for me anyway, I'm never going to act upon anything, but it was nice to get attention from those male,
just random dudes,
random people. Hey, they don't even know me, and they're coming up to compliment me and tell me I look good, or can I buy you a drink, or whatever. And that's just very flattering because there was some broken failures, or whatever you want to call them, in our marriage. So when that was repaired, I had no need to do girls' nights. I hate it. I dread it. I get invited, hey, go have drinks after work. No, I do not want to do that. I want to go home and see my husband and have some wine, or sit and watch our shows and have dinner together. And that's how it's been probably the last 5 years. I don't know the last girls' night. Or I think 4 years. I don't know the last girls' night I've been on.
I think the last time you actually went, what I would consider like a girls' night, would have been when your friend got married and everybody went to Vegas, and it was probably multiple girls' nights. Right. But I forgot how long you were gone, 2 or 3 days.
A special event kind of thing. Yeah.
But I saw some of the pictures of you guys getting all dressed up, and this was in a bad time in our marriage when this happened.
It was right before we separated,
and I saw pictures, and I was like, man, she looks really good, and she's in freaking Sin City.
He didn't tell me that.
I did too. No, I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't. But yeah, I mean, you looked really good, and I've never been worried about you going out with your friends or anything like that. Maybe that's naive. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of guys that say, "Oh, I'm not worried about my wife."
But there are, and so I could see, to wrap back up to what you're saying, where she said it'll ruin your marriage, because that's women go out and they get that attention from people who those guys may know that you're married, and it's like a way to go, well, she's married. Let me just get like a one night stand.
Yeah,
let
me just hit that.
Yeah,
she just.
Anyway, I don't know what she meant by that, but I could see.
I think that's
what maybe was implied by that is, it can ruin it because you're getting all this attention from men, and if something's not, if your marriage isn't going good, it can be really, really tempting to cross that line.
So you were tempted to cross that line?
I was not tempted.
No, I'm just I'm asking. I'm not. No, I'm not accusing.
Swear 100%, I was never tempted to cross that line, but it made me feel really good to be seen by somebody else who didn't see me every day and thought I looked pretty or looked good or whatever.
That's fair enough. I mean, I guess I get that.
But now my love tank is full, and I don't need that attention from strangers because I get it 100% from you. So, which is why girls' night is not very enticing anymore.
That's fair. I think one of the other points she made was, and this was in a subsequent video, she was talking about how it's dangerous not only because you're putting yourself out there and like she mentioned, like she goes guys have guys night.
Yeah.
But it's usually like they're playing poker or they go to a bar and watch a game together, or they go places that
Fantasy football shit.
Yeah. Like we have friends that like they have these huge draft things, and it's like a party.
Or they go play golf.
Yeah, or they go play golf, or and I'm not saying, ladies, I'm not saying that there aren't married guys that don't pal up together and go out looking for chicks. That's not what I'm saying. But her point was like, generally guys aren't putting themselves in a bad situation, but almost exclusively women are when they go on girls' night.
Now, there can be girls' nights where you just do, like, wine nights. Like me and the neighbor girls do.
Yeah.
But when you're going out to bars, I feel like that's inviting
I guess when I hear you say that, I don't see when the ladies of the neighborhood go, hey, let's all go sit at so-and-so's house and drink. I don't see that as a girls' night out. Yeah. Because you're not going to come home and get all cleaned up and all gussied up.
Yeah, that's true.
And all dressed. And you're not putting on, like, sexy shit.
Yeah.
That is 100% for dudes. Yeah. I don't care what any women say. And I'll just say this is my opinion. You
can wear something that looks nice, but do you really need your...
If you're wearing stuff that's showing off your assets, it's for either a dude attention. Or multiple dudes.
Or it's it's just for attention.
That's fair. That's fair.
I wouldn't say just for attention.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you want that attention. And she said that's the problem. You're doing all those things. You're going into those environments. You're tempting yourself. And then she did a video where she talked about the friends. You have to be careful when you go to girls' night out because, I mean, especially maybe when you're younger, there's probably some of that group that aren't married yet.
Right.
And it's okay for them to be out there doing those things. Mm-hmm. But I think when you get like mixed friends groups of married people and single people, sometimes the single people can kind of tempt or peer pressure the married people into things that maybe they didn't intend to do. But anyway, I thought it was an interesting topic, and it's absolutely blown up. Like, it is crazy how many views and likes and followers. You probably have
people on both sides. You have people be like, yeah, there's nothing wrong. I'm married. I'm happily married, and I like to go get attention and free drinks and whatever. And hey, if your marriage is good and y'all good with that, that's fine.
I think I've always told you that. Like, if you can get free drinks, go get free drinks.
You do tell me that.
It's one less drink
One
I
less
got
drink
to buy.
You have to buy,
Yeah. See if he'll buy me a drink.
And if I'm good enough, I can get you one too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But yeah. So anyway, I just thought it was an interesting topic. I wanted to get your thoughts on it because I know you've gone on some girls' nights, and I commented on the very first one I saw and said, you know what? It doesn't have to. I said, I get what you're saying. It doesn't have to be like that. Like, some people's marriages are strong enough to survive those things.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, and everybody's different. Some people have, I mean, I think the thing a lot of people don't completely understand is there's people out there that just have a different type of marriage.
Yeah.
Than other people.
Not a traditional.
Yeah. And so there's all kinds of different.
Who are we to judge? If it works, it works.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think and she even said it too. She was talking about, like, you know, all the, you know, women are going to clap back at me and say, well, guys go to strip clubs. And she didn't liken that to the same thing as going to a bar seeking attention. I know you hate it. Mama.
I do.
Mama has this.
I will never be okay with my husband going to a strip club.
Well, I think that's because you actually haven't been. And I'm not advocating that we should go. I'm just saying.
I will never go to one. I'll get in a fight so fast.
No, I think you'll go to it. They'll be on you more than they will be me.
It doesn't matter.
I'm telling you. Those chicks know how to get money, and it ain't come to the dude. It's go get on the dude's wife. But her point was that even at a strip club, yeah, they're getting attention, but for most guys there, the attention's not going to go any further than, you know, they paid their $1 or whatever, you know, got their lap dance or whatever that is. So she's like, girls going to bars, like, that can turn into one-night stands and, you know, all kinds of affairs and crazy stuff. So anyway, I thought it was an interesting topic. I wanted to get your thoughts. Like, what would your advice be? Like, if your daughter, let's say our daughter gets married and she asks you, like, oh, I want to go on girls' night. Like, what would your advice to her be?
I don't know.
I mean, would you warn her? Would you warn her about, like, the possible dangers, or would you just blow it off because you didn't have that type of experience with your girls' nights? Did friends of yours ever do that stuff there?
No, they did not.
You lying?
I mean, if they did, I didn't know about it. I think that's to the extreme. Like, I'm sure our daughter's gone on girls' nights and she hasn't come to me and go, "Oh, I'm going on girls' night."
She's not
What do you
married
think?"
either.
No, she's not. She's gonna go out and have fun, whatever. But if she's married, I'm gonna see it as, we'll just be careful. Like, I don't know. That's really tough.
Yeah, it is. That's why I threw the question at you.
Hopefully you have a good marriage where you're not having to seek. I mean, and to be fair, even if you do have a good marriage, it's nice to get compliments from other people. I mean, are we lying to ourselves? If you're in a bar, if we went together to a bar and I went to get a drink and a lady came up to you and said, "You look really good," like,
which that happens to me basically every time we go to a bar.
Can I buy you a drink? Like, come on. Tell me that would not go. You wouldn't be like, "Oh, shit, I still got it." You know?
No, I think
it's always nice to be complimented. It's just got you to be really, really careful about your intentions on the attention-seeking behavior. That's the only thing.
So I think what you're hearing from Tales from the Empty Nest is that we both think girls' nights, guys' nights can be okay. We think it depends on your marriage and the strength of your relationship. And I think you're right. Like, if I come home and I know I got boys' night and I'm sitting there in the mirror getting all like dressed up and
I'd be like, "Who you
putting my
fucking
cologne on?"
getting
But no,
dressed up
listen,
for,
let me
bro?
finish. I'm putting my cologne on and I'm going, yeah, I'm gonna find me some girls tonight. Like, I'm already going into that.
And then I'll be like, "Why don't you dress like that for our date nights?"
Well, I could say the same exact thing about when you go to girls' night.
Fair. Exactly.
But I think the point is, and I don't think you were like getting ready in the mirror going, I'm chasing some cock tonight.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. So like, I think
I just want to look good.
Yeah. But why?
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, it is a slippery slope. I think even if you go into it, I think you're okay if you go in with decent intentions. But even then, I think you can easily cross over the line.
And for us, I'll wrap this topic up with.
She's like, we're done with this topic.
I'm going to wrap it up with this. I did not feel the need to do girls' night once we repaired our relationship. So it makes you wonder
what's going on
in these marriages. And like I said, but for us, it's going. When you texted me and said, "Here's our topics that we want to talk about," and you brought this up, I was like, "Wow, why do you want to talk about that? I don't ever go on girls' night anymore." I started thinking, well, why don't I go on girls' night? Because I'm comfortable in my relationship. I don't need all that. And for me, that was like a wow, like, man, that it's just like a contributing factor to when your marriage is not doing so hot. Why I felt like I had to dress up and look really pretty. And I mean, and sometimes I like to do that every once in a while when we go to dinner, when I have the time and I can put forth the effort, because you know why? You're going to compliment me and you're going to tell me I'm beautiful, and I don't need any man other than you to tell me that. And it's taken a while for us to get to that point.
To get back to that point.
Yeah. But that's just our side of the story as far as that goes. And so
fair enough. It's a probably a broad topic. You could probably talk about it for hours and hours. We will not do that here. I want to switch gears real quick because we've said we were going to talk about this and we never have. You just recently, like, you've been waiting for the G7 Dexcom to come out, and like, I mean, she has been well, like,
it's been out for a minute.
Hold on, can I finish setting this up?
Okay,
yeah.
Well, say it right then.
Well, I am saying it right. I didn't get a chance to finish. She's been doing the G6 for a long time, and then as soon as the G7 came out, she got really excited. But there was a couple of problems. One, I think there wasn't an app yet for iPhone or something. There was something with the app that wasn't completely ready yet.
Didn't integrate with the Omnipod.
Right.
On the iPhone app.
Gotcha. So
I could
she would have
wear
had to
them
carry
independently, but they wouldn't talk
to each other. And then there was like, I've got this big supply of G6 stuff that I need to go through and finish up, and just dealing with all the insurance stuff, whatever. Finally, just a few weeks ago, the G7 becomes possible for Mama, and she gets it.
Yeah.
and it was a disaster, and I'll let her take it from there.
I will say this, like, people have brought up, well, it's the lots, it's you can get a bad batch, this, that, or the other. I never went through that with a G6. There was no bad batch, this, that, or the other. To be honest, if you insurance, you don't have time or money for a bad batch. It's a pain in the ass if you have to go through, oh, I just got a bad batch, and Dexcom doesn't just give them out for free anymore. Right. I think you only have like 2 replacements maybe a year, if I'm correct. So yeah, I don't have time for a bad batch. G6 never had a bad batch.
And I don't think you had a single G7 that worked. So it's not that
I only did 2 of them.
Yeah, so
that's all it took.
So I guess it's possible you did have a bad batch, but to your point, like I don't have time to have a bad batch.
Like, so it's just not going to work for me, and I just have to deal with this bad batch? No, screw that. I paid for this. I don't have time for that. So right off the bat, I put this thing on. I'm like, great. It's like a 20-minute warm-up, 30-minute warm-up, and it's reading my blood sugar in the 40s. It's like, I don't remember what it was, but it was so far from that. It was probably like 120. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Let me give it a second to catch up. Every once in a while, a G6 comes out of the gate with a bad blood sugar, but it catches up pretty quick. This went on for hours. And so at that point, if you're in auto mode with your Omnipod is going, oh shit, your blood sugar's 40. I'm not giving you any insulin. And so you're not getting any of that background insulin given to you when really you need it because you're sitting at 120 or whatever. And so I was like, I just don't have time for this. And so I went through like 6 hours of like abnormal blood sugars. And people say calibrate or don't calibrate or whatever. So, I calibrate and try that, which I never really have to do with the G6. And still it wasn't on track. And then I had alerts from my Omnipod. Lost sensor, can't connect, things like that. And so then I'm getting woken up in the hour. It's been every 3 times in the middle of the night going, hey, it's been an hour since we've had blood sugar readings. I'm like, okay, why aren't we talking to each other? And so it was just constant. And I get the regulation period, maybe the first 24 hours, maybe the first 48 hours. No, it was the whole 10-day period. Lost sensor. Let me wake you up 3 times in the middle of the night. And then so I tried another one. Same thing. And
you did try the so you saw a TikTok or something where the person said put it in.
They said let it saturate. So they said put a new one in, but don't start it, don't connect it, and let it saturate for a little bit. And so I did that. And so when I took the other one off and started the next one, which had already been in my arm for about an hour, which is crazy, the warm-up period was nothing. It went straight and connected. But it wasn't accurate.
Oh, it still wasn't accurate.
Still wasn't accurate. It was closer than the first one, but still wasn't 100% accurate. But the biggest problem I had with both of them, which were consistent, was the lost values.
Yeah, because
like I would see
hour
since we've had the values.
Your chart or whatever.
It's been
and
an
it was
hour.
Like dots instead of lines.
Yes.
It just wasn't reading consistently.
And it wasn't talking. And so I was getting woken up in the middle of the night with these alerts. And I was just like, I never have this problem. Never have that problem with the G6. So I went back to the G6. And it might be an app problem because that's the newest piece to this puzzle. Is the G7s have been out for a while, but the talking to the Omnipod on the iPhone, the apps communicating to each other is new. So I'm hoping that gets better and maybe I can go back to the G7. But right now I don't know if it's an application problem, a G7 problem, but I don't have time or the money or the patience to wait it out. So we're
cool
back
idea.
on the G6.
Cool idea. good step forward if it works, but not working. And Mama is not one. Neither one of us, I think, are ones that have to have the new thing if it sucks.
If the old thing's working, I'm good with it.
Exactly. So she's going to stay fly like a G6 until the G7 gets its shit together. So there's that update. And it's been really interesting. We do a lot of TikTok content about diabetes and all that stuff.
I don't like to make it my life, but I do like to touch upon it.
Sure.
So
I mean, I think
that's why we included a little bit.
Yeah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with someone that has that niche or whatever, but it's interesting the comments we get. Like some people will go like, "Man, I love the G7. I've had it. I've been doing it for 6 months and I've had no problems with it."
Yeah. But let's also side note off of that. There's a lot more to it. Like if I was just wearing the G7, it'd probably work okay. Like I said, it might be a communication type 1 diabetes with the Omnipod communicating with each other. So I'd like to get more information from those comments sometimes.
Well, I think most of them are diabetics.
Well, what kind of diabetics? Are they type 2?
Well, that's true.
Do they use an insulin pump?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, it's what is it? It's nuanced. It's complex. Yeah. It's not. There's not one answer for everything for sure.
A lot of people out there don't know there's a difference between type 1 and type 2 and all the details that go along with either one of them.
That's 100% true. So yeah, there's the update on the G7, G6. I don't know, like, what does that look like to you? Do you think in another 6 months you go, let's try it again? Or?
I don't know. So I just refilled for a 90-day supply of the G6s. So we'll go through those. And I still have my prescription, and it's confused the pharmacy, the poor pharmacy. They're like, "You mean the G7?" I'm like, "No, I'm going back to G6." But I still have my prescription for the G7 hanging out there till I can refill till next summer. So maybe we'll give it another go. But I'm hoping that it gets better because I really did like the quick warm-up. I like the low profile to it. It's so much smaller, and it doesn't have the transmitter piece to it, which I don't know if that might be contributing to some of the issues.
Some people have
built-in transmitter.
Some people have said that they have to keep theirs very close.
Yeah.
So maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, and when people say that, when they commented on, "Oh, well, you got to do this, you got to do that," all those things they did, like I never did anything different with the G7 than I did with the G6. So I feel like they should both work the same. So
I think that's fair, but yeah. But to their point, and like just the way shit works sometimes, it could be that there's just that limitation. Like you can't put it on one side of your body, whereas the other piece is on the other side of your body, and it worked properly. I don't know. Anyway, I thought we've done a couple TikToks, but hadn't got too deep into that. Yeah. And I know there's a lot of people out there that probably follow us. I know there's people that follow us specifically because you're a diabetic.
I mean, I will say this is so cool. I was diagnosed at 14 years old in 1995. And man, it was like no one knew. No one. I was all alone. There was nobody else out there like me. So I don't know if it's social media. Also, I think there's a little more going on in our world as far as
there's probably more people
being diagnosed for whatever reason. But it's so cool to see this diabetic community, come together and people just make it their TikTok. Like that's their thing. And I learned so much from them. So it's really cool.
Yeah, we always joke.
Back in 95,
well,
just feel like I was living by myself.
Just the technology, too.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I met you, you had to stick your finger and find out what your blood sugar was.
I was bringing syringes of insulin to go out to eat.
You had to give yourself shots. Yep. And I don't even remember how often you did that.
Yeah,
but
it was
and then the pump came out, and you were so excited. And you're like, "Oh, I can get this pump. Can I get this pump?" And I was like, "What does that mean?" And you're like, "It's $500." I'm like, "Yeah, let's get the pump."
Yeah.
And that was like a huge advancement, right?
Oh man, yeah.
And then it got to be like a pain in the ass almost, because you were snagging it on stuff, and we would go out. Well, we would go out, and you'd be like, "Where do I put this pump? I don't have anywhere to put this thing."
So it's like a double-edged sword, all this technology. It's like it consumes my life now because I can see it 24/7 and what it's doing. And it's a good thing. It makes me more aware of what's going on and what the foods I eat do to my blood sugar. But man, what I wouldn't give to live back in the day when I was like, all right, I gave a shot.
Yeah,
I'm going to eat this and hope all is good.
Yeah.
And in 3 hours, I check my blood sugar and I'm like, yeah,
Ignorance
that worked
is
out
bliss.
perfectly. But
Yeah.
in those 3 hours, I have no idea what was going on. And now I can see like every 5 minutes exactly what's going on. And I can see those trends and it consumes me. And I just feel like I'm just attached to it. But I'm healthier for it.
Exactly. I was going to say, like, you're.
But sometimes I just want a day where I just go, what I wouldn't live to go back into 95 and go, all right, I gave insulin. Well, I'll see what happens in the next 3 hours, 2 hours.
Yeah, ignorance is definitely bliss, but
bittersweet.
To the point you made, you've had the lowest A1C you've ever had this last round.
Shit, 5.4,
which is phenomenal.
I think that's what we posted, 5.4.
So
I think that was right.
So the pump and the combo of the pump and the Dexcom clearly makes it easier to monitor and control the diabetes. So that's great. I mean, if you're not, I can't imagine there's people out there that aren't on pumps at this point, like some kind of pump. There's a lot of different types, right?
Yeah. Well, not a lot of different types. There's just people that prefer one over the other, and that's perfect.
Well, fair enough,
now that
but
we
I'm
have
saying
options.
There's options out there now, and and it's not if you're insured, it's not insanely expensive,
right?
So yeah, I mean, if there's people listening and that are on shots, maybe give a pump shot because they work pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, we even try to get you, and even if you're not diabetic, I know a lot of people. I work in the healthcare industry. A lot of people that are wanting to get these CGMs, these continuous glucose monitors, just to make them aware of where their insulin spikes are coming. I mean, their body makes insulin just fine, but what's spiking their body to produce more insulin? What is it that they're eating that makes them produce that? So even if you're not diabetic, it's a pretty cool insight to your body and what food does and insulin and physical activity.
Yeah, so. we tried it on me, but I'm too ripped.
Yeah, well,
too ripped to get to work.
No, I figured out what happened. What went
It's because I'm too ripped.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Period.
Yeah,
that's
ripped. It doesn't stick into muscle.
Too much meat.
There was too much muscle and no fat.
Yeah,
shit.
That's it. Mama. When we sit in here in the studio and do these shows, constantly speeds me up. Mama can talk about diabetes for like hours.
Yeah, he knows better than to speed me up about that.
Yeah. It's funny. I get sped up all the time.
I keep giving him the hand signals like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But that's okay. I'm fine with that. You have a lot of good insight, and I think there's actually a lot of people out there, honestly, that share the same type of experience.
I love to talk about it and share about it. I just try not to make it my life. But
I think you do.
Sometimes it's hard.
I think you got a good balance of that.
Yeah.
I don't think you. It points during the day. It's your life for a brief time. And
you do a really good job letting me vent about it.
Move on to other stuff. So anyway, last topic for tonight. When we were in therapy, and we talked about this a couple shows ago. I don't know exactly. We were talking about how we went to couples therapy. Mm-hmm. One of the things that the therapist talked to us about. And I don't even remember. I don't remember a lot from therapy, honestly. I know that sounds terrible, but I really don't.
That's pretty bad.
You remember a lot. Yeah. It sounds like. But he was talking to us about like the different types of sex. Do you remember much about that? I remember the conversation.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly the term he used, but he said there's, just to kind of wrap it up, like there's passionate sex, kind of like the long, drawn out, makeup sex, quick, just need to get one in sex. There's all types of sex in a marriage.
Yeah, and the reason I asked you is because I Googled it the other day just to when I decided we were going to talk about this. Uh-huh. I Googled it and I found multiple websites clearly, but anywhere from 10 to 15 different types of sex. And some of them are weird. Like and again, if you're into some of them are like one of them was like humiliation sex.
Oh,
like BDSM or like and
but to each their own.
Yeah. That's not, but I'm just saying, like, I don't remember him going that far into it.
It was just like a handful.
Yeah, and like one of them's like one of the ones I saw was planned sex, and I feel like we have a lot of planned sex.
We have. We're gonna get in that Saturday morning and Sunday morning.
Yeah, Sunday morning and Saturday morning.
It's sex time.
It's sexy time. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna be about an hour. We're gonna work through it. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna feel
start
good.
and then start our days.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We don't like that's just become a thing that we do. It's not like we go, okay. It's not like I'm texting you on Thursday going, hey, remember Saturday morning, I want to do this. And it's not, I don't think I've ever reached out to, actually I have.
Yeah.
I have. I've reached out to you and said, like, I'm going to need you to.
You drop hints.
Yeah. Which is something I haven't always done. Like, that's a really recent thing.
Yeah.
And I think it depends on what phase of the marriage you're in, too. Like, if you've got kids, I think you're going to have to have a lot of planned and, like, designated sex time. Or you're probably not going to do it because you're probably not going to get a lot of opportunity to just, it to kind of happen naturally or whatever. But yeah, I think the whole different types of sex thing is interesting. I think it helped you.
Well, also, I like to say sometimes sex can start out in one way
and turn
into something else.
Yeah.
And those are the best.
Because I think
in my mind,
I think sometimes Saturday and Sunday morning sex
can turns
really
weeknight,
good.
Like all of a sudden, it's like, all right, we need this. We need to just like bang it out. We're tired. Let's just go to bed. Just get a good fuck, and like all of a sudden, it's like, holy shit, kiss me, grab my hair, like
yank
do
me.
all these things to me,
yeah,
and it turns out to be something completely different. And that's the development part of sex is fun.
Yeah, I think sex is an interesting thing to me because I'm not like a, I mean, I love sex. I absolutely love sex. I always have. Like, sex is awesome. But I've always been kind of embarrassed to talk about it, even with you. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm embarrassed to say, like, I want to do this or I want to do that.
Dirty.
Huh?
You're dirty.
Well, I am dirty, and it's not because I wasn't embarrassed because of anything that I wanted to do. Mm. It was just having the conversation. I don't like talking about it.
No, you don't like talk about anything.
Well, no, but I don't like to I don't like to verbalize like the sex stuff.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. That's not anybody else's. I mean, it might be your problem out there, but it's certainly not your problem.
Nope.
But that I'm that way.
Well, it's not my problem. It's also my problem. I'll just tell you.
Right, because you're gross. You're a nurse, and you like to talk about gross stuff all the time.
No, it's not. Sex isn't gross.
No, I'm just saying.
I just don't have a problem, like, just telling you stuff.
Yeah, so it's always been really hard for me to like, have those conversations with you. So, like, if you're out there and you're a dude and you have that problem, you're not weird, unless we're both weird. That's possible. But yeah. So, but I think when we had those conversations with the therapist, I think it helped you understand
your
men
needs
a little better.
Yeah,
like,
it really did. Yeah.
And I think
doesn't always have to be perfect. Sometimes it's just you need something, I need something. Let's just do it.
And I think sometimes sometimes it's one person needs something.
Yeah.
And the other person just has to kind of go, you know what? I'm not 100% into this, but
I'm going to make this happen.
But yeah, I'll do this. Like, I need to.
And then sometimes it turns you into the mood. And that's the part I like too.
Yeah, it can.
Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does.
Yeah. And we talked a little bit last time about like sex after kids or whatever. Like, once you get into the third phase of marriage where the kids are grown up and they're out of the house, it's way better.
Yeah, it is. I don't have to be quiet.
Well, you don't have to be quiet, but also, like, we just do some crazy shit. And like I found out Mama likes to get choked a little bit.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Mama likes to get choked.
Too much.
Yeah.
I'm cutting you off. All right, here's my hand signal. Wrap it up.
No, you can't do that to me. But yeah, so I don't know how many people participate in 10 to 15 different types of sex. I would say for us it's the planned it's like on the weekends.
It's just we know that's what we're
Yeah.
do
In the
it.
mornings, we're going to do it.
We're gonna do
and I think it's because we both kind of wake up at the same time, and
so just wake up.
And she gets a nice rub down, and then she'll rub me a little bit, and then we just kind of do whatever we want to do from there.
I like our Saturdays.
But then I like the pool and lit sex, where like we've been in the pool all day, and you're looking really damn good, and we've been kissing and touching and just having a good time together. And the pull me out of the pool and like those.
The trick is staying awake.
That's awesome.
When we can accomplish those are fun.
The hot tub sex is pretty awesome. Remember the hot tub sex?
All right, you're venturing it off now. This is not what the therapist talked about.
Well, I'm not talking about what the therapist is talking about. That to me, that's just the passionate or the whatever, the unplanned wild sex or whatever. So yeah. You're doing it again. Why do you get to talk for 45 minutes? That's not my problem. Mama has to pee, so I got to be quiet. That's what's going on here, folks. But sex is we love sex, and it gets better. It gets better once. I don't think it ever has to not be good. I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think people just kind of give up on it. When they have the kids, they make
that too freaking tired, man.
Well, you're tired. You and it's hard because
that's where the planned sex comes in.
Well, yeah, I think you absolutely have to plan it. So, like, if you're a young couple, please, for the love of God, don't be afraid to just go, hey, I'm putting so and so to bed, and we've got 10 minutes.
Because, like I said, sometimes that one type of sex turns into another type of sex.
Yeah, it can turn good.
So that planned sex can turn into really passionate sex.
Exactly.
You never know.
Yeah, I agree. You just never know. So I think that's it for the show. We didn't have a mailbag, except people asked about whether you were on OnlyFans. We get that one a lot, whether Mama's on OnlyFans.
Not doing that.
Mama is not on OnlyFans. Mama
watch our TikToks.
Yeah, watch our TikToks.
If they don't get
flagged. Yeah, I did look
Heaven forbid I wear a bikini.
I did look into the subscription thing to see, because there's like a subscription feature on TikTok now to see like what it was, but you have to follow community guidelines for that too. Shit. So yeah, even if people are paying you, you can't you technically can't do some of the videos we do already and get through. So. So yeah, no OnlyFans as of yet.
But I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah,
I take that as a compliment. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't think OnlyFans is probably ever going to happen, and that's fair.
Yeah.
But who knows? We're going to be swingers when we get older.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe we'll get
maybe I'm still like.
Yeah.
Will y'all like to see some like 75-year-old OnlyFans? I mean, is there a market for that?
I think there probably is. There's a market for anything. Our daughter one time told us that some dude paid her money for feet pics. Just feet. Like, there's a picture of my feet. Give me some money.
Yep, Venmo'd her.
She told us that, and our daughter blurts stuff out.
Yeah,
like
then she's like, oh,
she's like, oh shit, I just said that to my parents, and I go, you know what, baby, like. Do whatever you're comfortable doing.
As long as you're safe.
As long as you're safe, yeah. And I didn't mean like go be a OnlyFans model. I just meant like if
this was just a random like
you just like some dude asked you for feet pics, send them feet pics.
Yeah, I think she had a TikTok or she did something with her feet, and
Who
the
knows?
dude said something. And she goes, "Oh, really? How much you gonna pay me?" All right.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll do some feet pics on OnlyFans or something. Yeah, some hamstring pics or something. Oh, earlobe pics. Anybody like earlobe pics?
I don't really have any earlobes.
Fair enough. Whatever. But anyway, that's episode 5. We appreciate you guys listening. Check out the website, talesfromemptynest.com. We got links to the podcast there. We got links to our little store if you want to buy a pool and lit hat or a pool and lit koozie. We wear those things in the pool all the time. Make sure you use the contact form. Send us some questions. Send us topics like that you guys want to hear. We get a lot of comments on TikTok about people that say, "Hey, I've watched the show. I really like you guys." So if you're listening, send us topics. We'll talk about those things. Check us out on YouTube for the travel vlogs, which I have not put together yet, but I will. I promise. I don't know when, but it'll happen. Go ahead and follow us there on YouTube. Anyway, I think that's it. Mama, thanks for being here tonight. Thanks everybody for listening. You guys have a good one.